for session 3 of FDP on research publication and process of innovation development. Now, I would like to welcome our respected guest. Our today's guest is Dr. S Rumale. He is Associate Professor in Computer Engineering Department at GHRCEM Wagholi. He has teaching experience of 22 years. He has industrial experience of 1 year. He has completed graduation and post-graduation in computer science engineering, and also he has pursued MBA. He has completed his doctorate in computer science engineering. He is a lifetime member of different professional bodies like ISTE, Computer Society of India, International Association of Engineers, Institute of Doctors, Engineers and Scientists. He has published 4 books. He has published 38 papers in journals and conferences. He has published 1 patent and registered 1 copyright. We are really happy to have such a great person with us. I welcome you, sir, on behalf of S.B. Patil College of Engineering. Now, I would like to hand over this session to Dr. S. Rumale, sir.
Thank you. So, let me start with the session. I am going to share my entire screen.
Yes, sir.
There is a little problem in sharing here. Share button is disabled, it's not working properly.
Sir, there is an option, sir.
Yes.
Share screen. There are 3 dots, sir.
Yes. There are 3 dots. You know those options, but
Yes, sir.
your this. It shows a windows, your entire screen are present, but when I go on presenting, it's simply cancel button is enabled here, share button is not enabled. So whoever is having the right, so whoever created this Google Meet must have to allow me to share this thing.
Gule ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any option to allow share screen?
त्यांना का
त्यांना
कोण आहे
Okay.
Okay. Now it's enabled automatically, I think.
Sorry, sir, for inconvenience.
It's okay. So is it visible?
Yes, sir. Now it is visible, sir.
And am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start with this publication. I'm not going to take much of your time in this research publication and process of innovation development. Is it visible? Full screen mode?
Um,
Research.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, before starting with this research publication process of innovation development, we must go with a background of this research publication process of development. I know that what can say the speakers of the first few sessions have already have given all these things to you. I'm once again going to repeat some things, and some are something that which are very necessary for us to know, being an academics and being in academics. So UGC and AICT, they started many schemes promoting the research, specifically when the current government started with Made in India projects, and this says that IPR, intellectual property rights, are going to be what can say the vital key for improvement of our schools, colleges, and what you can say the industries. They said that it is very necessary to have the research publications, and also we must have to start the innovation. So government started different programs, like you are having this institute innovation cell IIC. Then government is coming with an Kapila, that Kalam program for IPR awareness, through which government is giving back the fees to the college for filing the patents and likewise. So in that scenario, now India is doing what you can say good. I'm not saying the best or better, something good right now, because we are still lagging in terms of research publication. Well, in a quantity we have too many of research publications, but when it comes to quality, many of us are lagging in that, and that's why government is giving this, especially for the students. And if you are a woman, then there is a scheme from the government which is called as a power, which is empowerment of women researcher, which help you in developing serious projects, and it gives you the hefty grants for doing that things. Okay, let's go with the today's session, research publication process of innovation development. We are going to see uh, what is there. So before going further, I just want to say that I'm on my this YouTube channel TutorASRumale, where I upload different videos on different topics of the engineering, science and technology, and I'm inviting all of you to what can I say, subscribe this channel. Then next thing is that do I have any right to speak on this topic? That is the one thing must have to establish. So here is my book, or the key to scientific paper writing, which is online, sold in 106 countries on Google Book. Uh, uh, okay. So let's go with that topic now. These are my contents. I just come up with 5 slides because we are actually going to discuss the things not in terms of what you can say, uh, say simple simply slides, but I also am going to give you the demonstration for what you can say, to get the things done in a proper way. So content is why research publication and innovation, then what is research publication, then finding the good journals, what's the mean by being innovative, and what is the innovation process and how to follow it. So these are the 5 slides which is we are going to discuss here, and I request all the students that in between, wherever this think that this point is not clear or the example given is not sufficient enough, they can stop and ask me the questions. Okay, so I just want this as an interactive session. So let's begin with the things. So why research publication and innovation? So I have not used any animation here, all points are given. So first is what the publication is. When we do the publication, what exactly we are doing, being a human being, what we are doing. When I draw some rangoli, or when I do something, what I trying to do is that I try to teach those things to my new generation. So basically, when we imagine something, so we start telling some stories, like there used to be one tortoise and there used to be one hare and they got race between them, and likewise. So what we are doing, we are telling this story. Now it may happen that in a span of a time some may forget this story. So to make the people remember that story, we do different type of things, that drawing some pictures, writing something, using some certain languages, and what we call this as a publishing. So publication is just the way to pass our knowledge. Okay, this is the first thing. What is publication? Publication is just a way to pass our knowledge and sometime our imagination. Okay, so when we pass our knowledge and imagination to the next generation, we generally uses the publication. So it's just not the text. We may draw some images, we may do sculpturing, or we may do something, but that is what passing our imagination and knowledge to our next generation. Then what is research publication? Because publication is in general we are passing our all type of knowledge and all type of imagination, but when it comes to research, we are talking about the science, we are talking about the application of science, we are talking about the engineering. And so when you say research publication, we are actually talking about passing scientific knowledge to the next generation. So how we pass this scientific knowledge to the next generation? Say in a first standard, some of your teachers taught you the alphabets of languages like a, b, k, d, or a, b, c, d. Okay, some teachers taught you the numerals 1 2 3, or in Marathi what we call as 1 2 3, and that is what we call as a science base. Means we have given certain meaning to a certain symbol, and then we use that symbol to define the phenomena in nature. So this second part is the research publication, where when our imagination and knowledge is just not purely based on our imagination but on certain facts or certain assumptions, and then we can prove them by using certain type of mathematics. We can call it as a scientific knowledge. Okay, and when we pass this scientific knowledge from one generation to another generation, the next generation go on working on it, they learn the things, and they go on adding into it. So knowledge becomes what you can say go on increasing. And at the same time, as the knowledge increases, our horizon of understanding the things increases, and because our horizon increases, our imagination also start to get increase, and then we can pass this. Even when we create some cinematograph, or what we call as a cinema in simple word, okay, is also pass a type of publication where we try to pass our knowledge plus imagination to our next generation. The best example is Jules Verne, who written some सायंटिफिक फिक्शन स्टोरी, मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला विज्ञान कथा म्हणतो. ह्या रिटन दोज आणि पास दोज पब्लिश दोज बुक्स, his science stories books, and then many scientists got what you can say the inspiration from those stories and certain things mentioned in the stories, and they tried to what you can say do certain research in that point, and they come up with many inventive many inventions in things. So this is the one thing where research publications works. Now what is innovation? Let's say suppose you are doing something, so and say suppose you want to shift 1 quintal of sugar from one part of your room to another part. Okay, there are different ways to pass them. When you what you can say devise a way to pass this sugar in minimum time with minimum effort, we can call that is an efficient way. So innovation is basically defining a process, existing process in such a way that that process will build the efficacy or efficiency in it, and the task become more easy, more economic, and what you can say more comfortable. So innovation is basically something, if you are producing something, you are trying to make the what you can say the process of production more easy. If you are studying, you are trying to make the process of studying easy, then that is an innovation. Let's say suppose go to a local market and you found that due to the high heat, the local market peoples are actually facing the problem of sunburn and the heat waves, and you want to minimize it, but it is not economical to establish the cooler system there or AC. In that case, you can go for a certain type of what you can say grass mesh, okay, which can hold water content in it, and then it can cool down the air and atmosphere there. So that is an innovation. So innovation is simply something that is adding some certain type of easiness in your life. So when we do such type of innovation, and when you say, okay, this is an innovative thing that I have done, you can again you require to what market it. So what you do, you require to publish it. So publish is just not here the research paper. You have done something innovative, you can go for the newspaper. For example, say some event is organized in your college, and there you have given certain what you can say prices and likewise, but you invented a certain new game, and that is an innovation. So you require to do the publication. So simpling thing is that whenever we do this publishing and whenever we do the innovation, it actually help to enhance our life. So our life become more easy, more economical, more comfortable. I won't say that our life become more happy, because happiness is the state of our being, while other things are just come through these innovations and the publishing of the innovation. For example, let's suppose you open a shop. How the town will come to know that you have the shop? When you advertise it. What is advertise? Publishing the information about your shop. Okay. In the same way, when you innovate something, you require to publish it in a research paper. Okay, or in patents when you say invention. So when you do anything in your life, what you do, you publish. For example, right now, if you are in certain event at your home, what you do in your WhatsApp, you publish your status. Okay, so that is what you can say. So when you invent, you publish. When you innovate, you publish. When you see something, okay, or when you get these publications or innovation or inventions, what happens? Let's say suppose you go to travel somewhere, and there you found that the persons are using a rope and a trolley attached to this rope to what you can say ferry people from one point to another point. Now this can ignite your imagination, and you can add the engineering principles into it, and likewise, and you can build a complete ropeway train. Okay, so when you see or get the publications or innovations or inventions, the next result is just cyclical, or what you can say is like a atomic chain reaction. The one innovation always gives rise to many other innovation and invention. For example, the first invention or the innovation that humankind have actually come up with was a wheel. The invention of wheel actually have given such a tremendous turbulence, or what you can say such a tremendous speed to the progress of humanity, that from wheel we become now we are having everywhere. Wheels are used everywhere. When you say gearbox, wheels are there. When you say bicycle, wheels are there. Where are there? But one invention, one innovation. Invention is that is a product is produced, and innovation means you we actually devise many ways to use the same invention. Okay, so wheel can be used in a gearbox, wheel can be used in your transportation devices. So that is what we can say. So when we see some innovation publications or inventions, we go on innovating more, we go on inventing more, we go on publishing more, and that is something why these things are very very important. So research, publication, innovations and inventions are the three cores of human progress. So when we publish, we actually transfer our knowledge and our imagination to our next generation. Next generation, when they go through that knowledge and imagination, they found the pitfalls in that. For example, Newton devised a theory of gravitation. When Newton documented all those things and published it, those theories were denied by Einstein, because that Einstein was the next generation, around 500 years after the Newton. And when Einstein denied it using the relativity theory, there may be something going to come in the future who is going to study all those innovations and inventions and come up with the new things, and we get a more finer physics or more finer science. So that is research, publication, innovation and inventions. These are the three cores of human progress. Thomas Alva Edison, he invented a bulb. That was in a primary stage of the electric bulb, and then people go on using that information, publication of the Thomas Alva Edison, made so many modification and what you can say innovative changes into that bulb, that we are getting the today's bulb here. And at all this possible because there are certain publications, means the information of those inventions and innovative ways were documented or what you can say drawn by those people, and that's why we know that those people existed, those people have given this knowledge to us, and we come up with this new innovation and inventions and publication. So when it comes in student life, we must have to find out the chance to innovate, invent and publish. So what a student can publish? Simple thing. Let's say suppose you are undergraduate student and this is your first year, second year, third year, whichever the year is there, and one subject is there in which you are having the very much interest. Let's consider you are having a very much interest in a distributed computing system. Okay, then you know that is computer networking is there, vast things. You can write an essay. You used to practice this in fourth or third standard. गाईवर निबंध लिया, हत्तीवर निबंध लिया, घोड्यावर निबंध लिया. You know, same thing. You have to write an essay on computer networks from its birth to what you say current state. So what will happen? You will come up to know all the details of computer network. Now what is this? When you come up to know something is called learning. So actually writing and publishing is the basic tool of learning. हम कैसे सीखते हैं? Any one of you, when you go to the your classroom, how we learn the things? Hello? Okay. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm saying, how we learn the things? We go to our schools, colleges. Our teachers actually show certain presentation. They draw something on the blackboard. They write something, and they what you can say explain something. We listen all those things and we try to grasp the things. So what is that? Your teacher is actually publishing all the information he or she is having on the blackboard, okay, and using his or her oratory skill before you, and you are getting that. Based on that you start thinking on this. So these are the thing. So as human race, we are just here, or whatever we are right now doing is just because of inventions, innovations and publications. So if you are a student, first thing you learn to write a essay on a particular topic. For example, you can write a essay on OSI reference model. Okay, OSI reference model, you are just don't go by the book. When I say just don't go by the book means you are having one textbook and you stop there. And if you write the essay, then it's not an essay. It is just the notes. Okay, when you can say essay, you actually search through the libraries or Google. Right now internet world is here, and you try to collect as much of information possible regarding OSI reference model from its start to present status, and then you try to what you can say order all this information, and then you try to what you can say reduce the redundancy in the information. You come up with a complete information booklet. It may be 5 pages or it may be 50 pages, won't matter, but you come up with something which is just beyond whatever written in your book. It's have some extra information in it. That is what we call as a paper, research paper or publication. So this research paper publication, when you come to know so much about the particular subject, like now you come to know about the network, then you know that you can bend this network in a different way so that you can get a maximum performance. And when you know this bending, you can write this bending in a different way. Now this bending is coming, this information that you can make some certain changes in a network and then network can become more what you can say efficient, is what the new invention or new innovation. So this get published and this goes like a chain, like a chain reaction, means your publication then get passed to someone else get that publication, he read it, she read it, and they go on developing the things. So why research and innovation is necessary, is actually necessary for the overall growth of the humanity, overall growth of the humanity, just not the science and technology, because science and technology growth is not meant for someone who is not on the living on this earth. And when we are seeing human and our complete growth, we are trying to make the things easy. Okay, so we got first the horse cart, then bullock carts, then we got diesel cars, then petrol cars. Now we are talking about the electric vehicles. Okay, driver cars, then we going to with a driverless. All these are what the innovations. The innovation is what? To devise a new and efficient way to do the things. Okay, so this is the first slide that if you are having any what you can say queries regarding this question, why research, publication and innovation, you are free to fire your questions before we go to the next slide. Any one of you, if you are having any questions, queries regarding this, okay, you can ask now. Hello.
Dear participants, if you have any doubts, you can ask.
Okay. I think that you are not having any doubts, or you are not like to ask the doubts. The first what you can say the sign of a student. Okay, student means a studious person. Don't mistake the student, or what you can say mistook the student, or don't misunderstand the student as someone who have taken admission to certain degree program. No, just because you have taken admission to certain degree program, you are may be called as a student, but you may not be the student. Student is for a studious person. He may be of 80-year-olds, maybe the vice chancellor of some university, but if you want to learn something new, he is what you can say curious enough to ask the question, we can call him or her as a student. So always be student. Okay, be studious, because only students can do research, only student can innovate, and only student can invent. If you are not a student, you can't learn anything, and if you can't learn anything, you can't go for publication or something. Okay, so let's say you're not asking questions. I like the students who ask the questions, because question is all question. When you ask the question, there is nothing like a silly questions in this world. There may be the silly answers, but questions are never silly. Okay, so let's go with the research publication now. The next point. So how to publish? This is the first question, and every student, every faculty always have. How to publish? So you have the information with you, and how you are going to publish that, as an article, as a patent, as a book, as a news, as a leaflet, as some poster, whatever the things. But how to publish it? So base must have to be something that you first try to weight your information, whatever information that you are having against the current state of technology. For example, let's say suppose you are having the complete information on a C language. So C language was already designed and developed by Dennis Ritchie. So you are not going to add it as a research article. Okay, patent is not possible. Then book is possible. Yeah. So then you can say that C programming made easy by let's say here your Deshmukh madam is considering this, then you can say C programming made easy. Author is your Deshmukh madam. So she can take an help of 2-3 student and faculty members from the college. So you can come up with a simple program. This can you try on every subject that you are actually teaching in your college. So how to publish? As an article, okay, you can publish a review or a survey article. Patent is not possible there. But if you invent something, patent you can publish the patent also. But book is certain thing that in academics you can publish very easily. For example, if you say OSI reference model A to Z, this is the title given, and then you can create 7 groups in your college. One group will write on application layer and all the protocols in application layer. Second group will write on the session layer, all the protocols in it, and in the same way all will go to the physical layer, all the 7 layers and all protocols. What you can say, when they write, one editing team will be there which will check the written things are good or not, and then you can come up with a complete book on OSI reference model. So that will act as a reference, and if you publish this book, okay, you can publish it with a local publisher, you can publish it with a international publisher. It's up to your choice, or your college can help you to publish it. But when you publish that book will act as a reference, and that is what how to publish. So whenever you have something, you consider if it is an innovation or invention. My personal advice is that if it is an innovation or invention, my personal advice is that go for patent. But if it is not an innovative idea, neither it is some invention, but it is just what you can say accumulated knowledge or information regarding certain subject which go beyond your syllabus or beyond your textbooks, okay, and you refer for that purpose many papers or many writings from different researchers, then it will be always good to publish it as an article if the content is what you can say can be put within 12 to 15 pages. You can put that all content within 12 to 15 pages. You can publish it as an article. But if you go beyond that, you can publish it as a book chapter, or if it go beyond say 100 or more pages, you can publish it as a book. And that is how to publish. Second is where to publish. There are many medias available in which you can publish there, and in our academics, when we publish, we get for that purpose API, what we call as an academics performance index. And this is actually the bad word that our API is not related with our newspaper articles, not strongly connected with conferences. It is connected only with journals. Even it's not connected with the patent. Okay, means even if you have the more patent, that doesn't mean that you get API, because patent is the inventive and innovative process. Once you get the patent published and then granted, your complete genre will be different. Okay, so being an academics, it is very must for you to publish the things in newspapers also, in conferences also, in journals, in patent, that is IPR authorities, and likewise. But at least you can say that within one academic year you have to have at least one newspaper article if possible, one conference, at least one journal, okay, and one patent publication. Okay, so this is what the thing. Now what to publish? So obviously the question arises what to publish in our research life. either you want to publish a research paper or you want to publish a patent. If you are doing serious type of project, it is always better to publish the patent first and then go for the publishing research paper. But you are not doing any serious type of project or innovation or invention, it's always better to write a research paper and publish it. So basically research paper is of type, general type is review or survey paper, what we can call as a essay, an essay which you publish, okay, 6 to 15 pages, 2 column IEEE format essay review paper. Now what is working or experimental means you have done some project, you collected all the what you can say inputs, output, process, results, discussions, and likewise, and your paper or your information is actually based on the current working system, then we can call it as a working or experimental paper. So working and experimental paper, I personally say that if your paper is working experimental, it is based on some innovative idea, it's better to publish a patent first and then go for research paper publication. Because if you publish it as a research paper first, you won't get any chance thereafter to publish it as a patent. So whenever you have some idea or something, any abstract idea, theorem, something like was something, or working experimental paper, best way try to find out the possibility of whether that idea or that experimental information is patentable or not, and if it is patentable, first publish the patent and then go for publishing it as a research paper. So this is what the simple thing in research publication. Now why we? When we say academics means all we, teachers, students, and anybody who is related or somehow connected with the academics are considered more responsible for publication, because we are mostly responsible for educating the new generation and enhancing the current state of knowledge. And to enhance the current state of knowledge, we always need to publish the new findings by studying the old findings. आपके पास एक बुक है बहुत बड़ा, you are having one subject in that particular book, okay, let's say artificial intelligence based something, you got a book there and you are seeing that a state space search is there, and there you find that there is a possibility that if you apply some innovative heuristic formula, then you can minimize the state space search to finite time for some very difficult problem. In such a case, you can say that you can publish that thing, and that will actually add and a new what you can say a page or new information or new era in that particular subject. And so academics are considered more responsible or more what you can say they are considered as more enthusiastic or more, say academics are considered more more these what we can say academics are considered more responsible and more what you can say the trustworthy in presenting the new findings or new knowledge to the world, and we must have to go and publish the papers. Now this is regarding this teachers. Now why students should publish? Now first thing is that publishing anything in its details, that again scientifically actually teaches you the subject in its entirety. Let's consider if any one of you want to publish, आप में म्हणजे असं समजा तुम्ही तुमच्यापैकी कोणाला तरी एखादा टॉपिक दिला, समजा तुमच्या सरांनी किंवा मॅडमनी तुम्हाला सांगितलं की तुम्ही आता इंदापूरच्या आजूबाजूला जी जमिनी आहे त्यांच्यावर रेनफॉलमुळे होणारा जो इफेक्ट आहे, पावसामुळे होणारा जो इफेक्ट आहे त्याची स्टडी करा आणि त्याच्यावर निबंध लिहून काढा. आणि आपण त्याच्यावर प्रोजेक्ट बनवू. ड्रोन वगैरे वापरून जिथं पाणी कमी पडतं जास्त पडतं त्याचा तुम्हाला काय सर्वे करायचा. सो यू आर गिवन विथ अ सिम्पल प्रोजेक्ट टू सर्वे द periphery of all the lands in Indapur to what you can say find out the effect of rainfall on the this land and to check the capacity of rainwater what you can say um, uh, rainwater holding in that particular land. And then when you do go on doing this, you are not going to get all the information in some textbook or something. So you actually go on studying then different type of books. आप रेन वाटर के बुक्स पढ़ोगे, then you will go on civil engineering, soil engineering, this that, even you will go see agriculture books because you want to find out the effect of rainwater on this land. Okay, and this will add really an edge. तुमच्या ज्ञानाला एक प्रकारची तीव्र धार मिळते त्यांच्यामुळे टू युअर लर्निंग. Okay, and you learn more than school. You will literally learn more than teaching from your what you can say teacher. So obviously when you want to publish, when you want to write something, but obviously seriously, okay, not copy paste, when you do certain things very seriously, it's not just like when you go daily to the gym 1 hour, okay, and you are doing daily 1 hour certain exercises, obviously you will develop certain muscles. In the same way, when you go on studying something in detail to publish something on that, you will come to know almost everything about that subject and you will become an expert into that subject. And that is why publishing something in its detail, that again scientifically, because when I say scientifically, based on facts, okay, then you can say that your learning become very good. So you become very learned person. And it's saying only learned person can publish. ज्याला येतं तोच काहीतरी प्रकाशित करू शकतो, त्याला काहीच येत नाही तो काय प्रकाशित करणार ना. सो ऑब्विसली ओनली लर्न पर्सन कॅन पब्लिश अँड स्टुडंट. Okay, to publish you require to be very studious. Student is the derivation from the studious. So studious is the learned person, and that is science sign of a student or researcher. So publishing actually makes your learning better. It is found by different studies. Even if you go to the Bloom's taxonomy, they found that when we go on learning something at a certain level, means level 4 onwards of the Bloom's taxonomy, it is not regarding the classroom teaching thing. It is regarding applying the knowledge, creating something, and analyzing something. So that is a self-driven, what you can say, activity, and that only possible if you are studious enough. That only possible if you are a student. Okay, a student here means the person who like to study, not a person who have taken admission somewhere. Okay, so here the student must and should publish, because that will make your what you can say learning more concrete, more effective, and more versatile. So this is what research publication is meant for. So how to my simple thing is that is, if you are having any problem with how to publish, where to publish, what to publish, we can discuss it once again. Any one of you? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think no questions are there. I'm expecting some questions, at least from the audience. Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
I want to ask one question.
Yeah.
How SCI journals are categorized or its subcategories?
Okay. Those that is actually not a part, but there are different factors, madam. These categories,
Okay.
they are having different mathematical formulas, and they got some standards. Some classification actually started by some SIG group, that is a special interest group, what we call. And then the journals which falls into that, those are categories. Another thing is that this Scopus and Web of Science or Thomson Research, they are having their category index and something, and those are categories based, just simply based on how the information is more scientific, more advanced, and what you can say, more unique. So if your journal is publishing something which is like, say, suppose if I ask you, journal is related with certain technology, like in a computer networking, and you are sending a paper on OSI reference model, I am sending a paper on OSI reference model, another person is also sending paper to it in OSI reference model, and journal is publishing it, but OSI reference model is already established reference model, and so all our papers are just review type papers, then such a journal is not considered as contributing into the advancement of science. It simply says that this is a type of information dissipation system, so it won't get any what you can say, indexing or classification. But now let's say, suppose I am sending say title which is talking about how to, what you can say, enhance the security of a particular protocol. You are sending certain title or certain paper which is talking about some different issues and solution to it. Okay, then that journal is actually trying to make certain type of, what you can say, push into the advancement of technology, and that can be used then for indexing such a journal into scientific index, SCR. Okay. And if it is with the new technologies, recent technologies, then we can classify it into ESCR. But
Yes.
yes, so these criteria are predefined by those publishers and scientific communities, and they check against these criteria all your research publications. Then and then only they can classify the journal into particular things or indexes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So, oh. So here now we are going with a new next slide, and that is finding the good journals. So I'm just telling you this. I'm going to show this practically how to find the new journals. So be aware of the predatory journals. First, what is predatory journal? All journals are there have two policies. One is called as a close access policies or subscriber policy, that to get the journal you require to subscribe the journal, you have to pay to that journal. And another is open access policy, where journal get published openly, you have the full access to the papers, but in that case authors need to pay something to these journals. The usual practice in a journal is that your paper get checked for plagiarism, मतलब आपने किसी से कुछ कॉपी किया हुआ है या नहीं है, वो चेक करते हैं, दैट इज प्लेगरिज्म चेकिंग, एंड देन द ओरिजिनलिटी. Okay, so if these two things are not satisfied, many journal, even if they are open access and you are paying fees to them, won't accept your paper. Those are the standard journals. Okay, then there are certain conferences which are held by many people, many organizations, where you send your paper and they just say that is okay, you send your paper, pay the fee, and you get the certificate. Okay, your paper not get published anywhere in a journal, that conference books or something, or in any standard what you can say platform which is accessible to world. Okay, so such conferences are there which are predatory conferences, and journals which won't check for the plagiarism, journals, and don't do any review of your paper, are also the predatory journals. They only want money from you. Means even if you send them a grocery sheet, ठीक है, and the publishing fee, whatever the fee, they are 500, 5,000, 50,000, whatever fee they are asking, they publish your paper. Okay, they won't check whether your paper is a plagiarized one, whether your paper lacks originality or not. Nothing is checked. They simply get money from you, and within next 2 3 years, or maybe in 4 5 years, you find that journal nowhere on the internet. So my request is just to be aware of these journals which are predatory. Now we are going to see how to search the journals on Scopus, Web of Science, and Directory of Open Access Journal, so that you will never ever get trapped into the web of predatory journals. Okay, this information will be very useful for all of you, so give keen attention to this. For this I need to stop the sharing of my presentation, and how to start sharing the browser again. So I will go on sharing my screen. Okay, there is problem here with the share. I don't know what problem. So I'm sharing this. So just asking you, is my this Google search engine is visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. So we first go through the DOAJ, which is very good for students, and for DOAJ stands for Directory of Open Access Journal, doaj.org. Okay. So just go to the DOAJ, Directory of Open Access Journal. Here, when you click on DOAJ, you will get this. Is it visible? DOAJ's website.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here, simply give here what you have to give, the topic of your research, and generalized topic. Don't give the detailed topic. So suppose your topic is right now artificial intelligence is something which is very dominating everywhere. So let's say intelligence is the topic. This is I given inte spelling mistake. So we are doing this intelligence topic. I made no changes here. In all fields we are going to search, and I'm saying simply search. So when I say search, okay, it shows there are total 120 index journals. All these journals are index journals. These are open access journal. But the thing is that many times many of us won't have enough money to publish our paper, won't have enough money to publish our paper. In that case, we want those journals which, even after being an open access, require no article processing fee from us. So just select this without article processing charges, or what they call as an APC. So when you select APC, it shows that there are total 53 index journals are there. 53 index journals are there. So here big data mining and analytics, journal of electrical system and information technology, information processing in agriculture, okay, Russian Federation likewise. So all these journals are in different languages. So let's select the language where journals are only in English, means the journals which accept the papers in English languages only. So how many journals are there? Total 45 journals are there, which are index journals, and they actually accept these papers which are written in English language. So we are seeing this information processing in agriculture, and likewise Journal of Artificial Intelligence and Data Mining, published by this is by Iran. Okay. Then you are having mathematical modeling and control. Then you are having this International Journal of Interactive Multimedia and Artificial Intelligence. Okay, this is by Spain. Let's see its website. Here if you see, you are having this website thing. Okay, Now when you click on this website, website will take time to load. See, we got this journals website loaded here. So this open access journal is there. This is its ISSN number 19891660, and if you want to know the indexing, what you can say, details of these journals, you just click on the index, and okay, and you will see is indexing, its impact factor is 3.137, and it is indexed in these many things. So if you see, it is indexed in Scopus. Okay, so if someone want a free journal to publish his or her paper, they don't want to, what you can say, pay fees to this, you can go for this journal. For authors, you can click here for authors, and you will get the information about the author. So focus and scopes, policies, authors guideline, registers, and everything is there. Now you want anything about this journal, you can click on the about. Okay, focus, scope, you can click on the policies, and you will get the different policies of the journal. Okay, and these policies are here: publish, unaltered, how long will it take to process your research paper. So author should hear outcome within 8 weeks, means 4 weeks means 1 month. So if you send here a paper, within 2 months you will get the result whether your paper is accepted or not accepted, and then it shows what are the submission review process, complete process is given, what are the plagiarism and everything, inclusive language, copyright, open access policy is given here, that this journal provides immediate open office to consent, making freely available to public, getter, archive their article and submission processing charges. So here it is clearly mentioned, IJMI does not ask for article processing for or submission charges. So when you send the paper to this journal, it is guaranteed that if your paper is of quality paper, you are not need to pay a single penny for publishing your journal paper, actually your research paper in the journal. Now let's see the another journal, Intelligentsia Artificial or Artificial Intelligentsia. This is a Spanish journal once again, and if you click on the website, this is the another website for this. Okay, so about this journal, it say current issue is given, will be subject, journal is abstracted and indexed in different databases. It is already Scopus index here is shown. If you click, it is already, I have cross checked this journal. This is a Scopus index open access journal, and this also won't ask for a single penny from you. About the journal, if you go with the focus and scope about this journal, and double by open access, what you can say thing, there are no fees for submission, publication, nor editing tasks. The journal does not charge author, readers, nor their institution for a free access to all its contents. So if you want quality journals, literally quality journals, and you want to safeguard yourself from what you can say, the predatory journals, the best site as per my knowledge and my what you can say experience concerned, I consider DOAJ is the very trusted site, directory of open access journal. Okay, now let's see what you can do in a Scopus. So you simply have to go to the scopus.com. When you go to the scopus.com, okay, when you go to the scopus.com, okay, you have to, here given with this, looking for free journal rankings and metrics. Just you have to see this. Scopus offers free metrics and likewise, and like so you can search for the journal list, Scopus source list, book title list, Scopus documents, and likewise, okay, author and something. So let's go here. You can see view journal ranking. So again it will ask you the journal, so don't enter all the things. You simply have to what you can say, select your subject area. So you have to select. I am just selecting one subject area. Okay, because I am from the computer science and engineering and cloud computing, artificial intelligence, these are the new things. We are considering AI as the our first what you can say thing, and we say apply, and it shows 287 results. Now these all journals are here in the Scopus. Okay, they are already Scopus index journals. So if you want to know what you can say more about these journals, you can simply go to this journal. For example, you can go to we are going to select the Journal of Intelligent Manufacturing. Okay, now this journal citation score is 10.6. That is what we call as an impact factor. And likewise scores are there, rankings are given, tracker is shown here. Now you want to visit the journal sites. Okay, you can go to this Journal of Intelligent Manufacturing, computer science, artificial intelligence, and likewise. And then you can see size score and rank trend. You can see the Scopus content and coverage for this particular journal. If you see here, okay, these many documents are actually there. You can see the site score, and if you go here, citation track and everything, you can see all the details of this journal. Okay, so obviously you can go to the source homepage. That is, you can see the journal page. So the journal is actually published by Springer, palgrave.com and Appress, and here you are having this uh, detail regarding it. So this is what how you can search for this journal, and likewise. Now we are going to select another journal here. Okay, we have this here, journal knowledge based systems. Let's consider this knowledge based system is journal here. Okay, it shows all this thing. Here you are in the source home page. So if you go to this knowledge base journal, okay, it shows the knowledge base system, science direct, it is Scopus index, site score, and everything. So if you want to this, again these journals may be paid, may be free, based on their different policies. But the problem is here, the not problem, but the advantage is here, that you will never get into the trap of what we call as an the this uh, predatory journals, okay, which actually simply try to collect money from you, and there is actually no API related to this. Now if you want Web of Science, Web of Science journals, okay, so it's just a search that you have to do. When you do the search Web of Science journals, this mjlclarivate.com, because this mjlclarivate is the Web of Science journal. So you simply have to search there, or you can go this WOS journal, Web of Science journal, academic press, and likewise. But this Clarivate is the uh, best, what you can say, journal thing. So you simply go this. So here you got Web of Science group. You got the journal list. You have to enter here the what you can say journals time. Here you have the Web of Science coverage. Now what is this coverage is stands for? Coverage shows the Web of Science different indexes. So for example, there is Science Citation Index, Social Science Index, Arts Index, Extended Science Index. These are the current contents of the things. Let's say suppose I want ESCI and SCI journals. I just want the journal, all those journals in Web of Science which are listed in SCI and ESCI. So I got all these journals here. Now I want the journal which are in say your what computer networking. So I said in search computer networking and press enter. So it shows Journal of Computer Networks and Communication. So we know that this journal is already indexed in SCI and ESCI. So when we use such type of things to search the journals for our publication, again whenever you choose this journal, you must what you can say. Uh, I'm just stopping the sharing now. We you must check first thing, and that is when we do such type of journal thing, what you have to do, you first check for the APC, article processing charges. If the journal is having article processing charges which are what you can say maybe very high, or even if you are not willing to pay the article processing charges, in that case search for the free open access journal. So now my question is here, any one of you are having any problem or any queries, questions, or not understand this searching process, you can raise the questions. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You got this three Scopus, Web of Science and Doge.
Yes, sir.
So these journals we must, because publishing, when we go on publishing, we need to find the good journals to publish our content. And if our content won't get published in a good journal, then whatever what you can say troubles that we have taken to create our what you can say quality content, that those efforts and troubles just go in vain. So be aware of these predatory journals and predatory conferences. Never ever publish anything in predatory journals. Okay. So we'll go for the next. What's mean by being innovative? So what's mean by being innovative? Can anyone tell? So what is innovation? अभी मैं मराठीत एक उदाहरण सांगतो तुम्हाला. मराठी समजतं ना सर्वांना? हॅलो.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
तर मराठीतलं एक सरळ साधं उदाहरण सांगायचं. इनोव्हेशन म्हणजे काय? आता समजा इंदापूर बारामती रोड आहे. त्या इंदापूर बारामती रोडला तुम्ही एक हॉटेल उघडलं आणि तुम्हाला वडापाव विकायचा तुम्ही ठरवलेला आहे. त्याच्या जे आपलं नेहमीच्या नाश्त्याचे सामान असतात ना, ते म्हणजे वडापाव, समोसे वगैरे असं तुम्ही विकायला ठेवलेलं आहे. ट्रॅडिशनली तुम्ही बिझनेस करताय, रोज 4 लोक येतात आणि चालले जातात. मग तुम्ही काय केलं, इनोव्हेशन करायचं ठरवलं. तुम्ही अचानकपणे पुण्या मुंबईला जाऊन आला आणि तिथं तुम्हाला ते डोनाल्डच्या बर्गरचे वगैरे फोटो इथे दिसले, त्याचा जोकर बाहेर उभा दिसला. तर मग तुम्ही काय केलंय, तुमची मार्केटिंग स्ट्रॅटेजी बदलवली थोडीशी. तुम्ही काय केलंय आता की जर एखाद्याने तिथं आला तर तुम्ही तिथे एक बोर्ड लावला की जो 10 मिनिटात 5 वडापाव खाऊन दाखवल त्याला 1 वडापाव फ्री. तर काय होणार, 4 लोक जास्त येणार. 4 लोक जास्त येणार, तुमचा वडापाव मोठा आहे, ती 10 मिनिटात खाऊ नाही शकणार, त्याला फ्री तर मिळणार नाही, पण त्या वडापावचे पैसे तुम्हाला मिळून गेले, तुमचा बिझनेस वाढला. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ इनोव्हेशन. सो इनोव्हेशन इज नॉट समथिंग दॅट इज समथिंग इनोव्हेटिव्ह मार्केटिंग स्ट्रॅटेजी, द वे टू इन्क्रीज युअर बिझनेस. इनोव्हेटिव्ह स्टडी, कमीत कमी वेळात जास्तीत जास्त लक्षात राहण्यासाठी आपण जे पॉइंट्स काढतो ना, स्पायडर नोट्स म्हणतो, दॅट इज अ इनोव्हेटिव्ह स्ट्रॅटेजी ऑफ व्हॉट यू कॅन से टेकिंग नोट्स. So when we are saying innovative, always remember the story of thirsty scroll. आपण लहान असताना आपल्याला ते एक कावळ्याची गोष्ट सांगायची की एक कावळा होता, त्याला खूप तहान लागली होती, तो उन्हात भरकटत एका ठिकाणी आला, तर त्याला एका माठामध्ये पाणी दिसलं, पण त्याची चोच खाली जाऊ शकत नव्हती. तर त्यानं काय केलं, बाजूचे छोटे छोटे खडे घेतले आणि ते त्यात टाकले, आणि त्यानं पाणी वर आलं आणि त्यानं ते पाणी पिलं, स्वतःची तहान भागवली. ही झाली जुनी गोष्ट. आता नवीन पोरांना एक नवीन गोष्ट सांगितली जाते की त्या कावळ्याचा जो नातू होता तो इकडे तिकडे फिरायचा, आणि त्यानं बघितलं की माणसं स्ट्रॉ टाकतात आणि स्ट्रॉनं नारळातलं पाणी पितात, यातलं पाणी पितात, त्यातलं पाणी पितात. तर तसं त्यालाही तहान लागली होती, फिरत फिरत त्या माठापाशी आला, त्यानं आजूबाजूला बघितलं, आजोबांनी जसं दगड उचलायचे होते तसे दगडे होते, आणि तिथे एक स्ट्रॉ पडलेला होता. तर त्यानं तो स्ट्रॉ उचलला, स्ट्रॉ टाकला आणि पाणी पिलं. सो व्हॉट, दिस इज द इनोव्हेशन. So simple innovation means आपण जेव्हा अलर्ट असतो, when we are very very alert, okay, and whenever we get some knowledge, we always try to use that knowledge to make our life easy, to make our society's life easy. We call it as a innovation. This is what innovation. Innovation म्हणजे संशोधन नाही आहे. इनोव्हेशनला शुद्ध मराठीमध्ये जुगाड म्हणतात. इनोव्हेशन म्हणजे शुद्ध मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला जुगाड म्हणतो, म्हणजे जे एक्झिस्टिंग आहे, व्हॉट एव्हर इज देअर ऑलरेडी इन एक्झिस्टन्स, वी आर युझिंग दॅट टू व्हॉट यू कॅन से इम्प्रूव्ह अवर लाईफ क्वालिटी. सो what's mean by innovative? You are trying to use your resources to its optimal level. Okay, so that is optimization of everything is called a innovation. So for that purpose you require to think out of the box. Now what is inventive? Now when it comes to invention, you have to remember the story of Wright brothers, you have to remember the story of Edison, you have to remember the story of Nikola Tesla, you have to remember the story of each and every scientist in this world who invented something. And invention is something that is something yours, मतलब you just imagine something, या आपने कुछ तरी देखा, या like Wright brothers have seen some birds and they created the aeroplane. Okay, बल्ब एडिसन के पहले तो था नहीं इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब, उसने वो खुद तैयार किया. आफ्टर 10,000 experiments, after 10,000 failed experiments, he come up with one experiment which worked and we got the electric bulb. Nikola Tesla is there, which was considered as the most genius electrical engineer and scientist. Okay, and he also invented many things. So when it comes to invention, invention is a hard way of doing something. Okay, मतलब if say suppose some for example, suppose you are doing some work at your house and you found that this work is very repetitive. आपको रोज जाना है, पानी निकालना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. So you come up with an what you can say innovative way first, and then to make your innovative way possible, आपने कुछ नया ही बना डाला जो पहले था ही नहीं. Something that you created and something completely new, a machine, a motor. Okay, then it is an inventive. So innovativeness and inventiveness is basically related with the way of making life easy. So why we invent? To make our life easy. And why we innovate? To make our life easy. When we say our life, it's not a single life. मतलब फक्त एका माणसाचं आयुष्य चांगलं करण्यासाठी नसतं, संपूर्ण सोसायटी किंवा संपूर्ण समाजाचं जे हे असतं जीवनमान ते उंचावण्यासाठी आपण संशोधन करत असतो. सो मेकिंग दिस लाईफ इझी अँड when it comes to innovative, we are doing a modification. So innovativeness is the ideal feature of engineering, to engineer something जे ऑलरेडी एक्झिस्टन्स मध्ये आहे त्याची क्वालिटी वाढत नेणं, दॅट इज इनोव्हेटिव्हनेस. सो मॉडिफिकेशन and creation of process, or what we are doing, you are working on the processes also and you are working on the products. म्हणजे तुम्ही एकाच वेळेस दोन्ही गोष्टी करताय आणि दॅट इज व्हॉट द इनोव्हेटिव्हनेस अँड इन्व्हेंटिव्हनेस. And the persons who are innovative and inventive, they many times need to take down the notes, they many times needs to detail out what they are going to do. तो वो जो ड्राइंग्स निकालते हैं, वो जो राइटिंग्स करते हैं, that when get published in a particular way, we can call it as either a research paper or we can call it as a patent. So this was the things about the innovative. I think तुम्ही बोर नसेल झाला आतापर्यंत.
नाही सर.
Nice. Okay. So I am the last slides to now share with you. This is the innovation process and following it. Obviously, I have not added anything regarding the following it. It is like every one of us know. That is, if we wake up early in the morning, okay, do some exercise, eat good food, do study, do and rightwise will remain healthy, wealthy and wise. माहिती ना, आपल्या सर्वांना माहिती आहे की सकाळी लवकर उठलं, व्यवस्थित न्याहारी वगैरे केली, स्वच्छ राहिलं, व्यायाम केला तर आपण सुदृढ राहतो, शहाणी राहतो आणि तब्येत सगळं चांगलं राहिलं तर व्यवस्थित पैसाही कमवू शकतो. आपल्यापैकी किती जण रोज सकाळी उठतात, रोज सकाळी उठल्यावर स्वच्छता करतात व्यवस्थित, रोज सकाळी स्वच्छता झाल्यावर 100 दंड बैठका मारतात, व्यायाम करतात, किती जण करतात? माझ्या सकट आपण करतो का रोज? नाही करत, माहीत असूनही नाही करत. सो फॉलोइंग इट इज समथिंग व्हेरी व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट, बट वी कॅन डिस्कस द प्रोसेस. Okay, so simple thing is that when it comes to innovation process, it have 9 factors, and after that those 3 dots are for following. Okay, so first is observe. A inventor and an innovator both are the best observer. तुमच्या आजूबाजूला काय होत आहे हे जेव्हा तुम्ही पूर्णपणे ऑब्झर्व करता त्याच वेळेस तुम्हाला त्यातले खास खळगे समजू शकतात. यू कॅन pick the smallest pitfall in a very complex phenomena just by observing it. Okay, so when you observe something, you get the complete data, then you go on questioning things: why, what, who, which, when, where, how. म्हणजे आता समजा तुम्ही एखाद्या तळ्याकाठी बसला आहे, ओके, let's say suppose you are sitting by a side of lake and just observing an ant hill, एक वाळू बघत आहात तुम्ही, okay, and suddenly a question arise in your mind: why ant build this ant hill here only? Why? So you automatically come to know that ant build that ant hill there because water and food is near. Yeah? Water and food is near. Then what make them to choose this place only? Okay, so you go on doing this, what will happen? We answer all this question: why and choose this spot, what make them to choose this spot, who decided to choose this spot. So you automatically get the leader of the ant, which decided or which factors actually decided to build these things, or the way the ant hill is. That will give you the structure. When, that will give you the exact timing of their breeding and making, where, and likewise and how. So what you will get? You will get the detailed description of ant hill building. Now if you go through the detailed description of ant hill building, you will get the ant colony algorithm, which is the most efficient algorithm in artificial intelligence for data collection and data storage. क्योंकि ऍड्स जे होते, मुंग्या ज्या असतात त्या काय करतात, आजूबाजूचा भरपूर अन्न साठा जमा करतात, दॅट इज डाटा. तो एका विशिष्ट पद्धतीनं आणतात, एका विशिष्ट ठिकाणीच ठेवतात. ठेवताना त्यांच्या लेयर्स असतात वेगवेगळ्या. सो just by doing this observation, anthill observation, computer scientists, artificial intelligence scientists, they come up with this ant colony optimization algorithm. So observing and questioning will give you the innovation and invention of thinking. Whenever you ask the question, the next process start is the thinking. If you won't think, then it is utterly impossible to innovate anything. So thinking is there. The thinking actually create this state where you start to categorize the things in terms of its importance and relevance to that particular subject. That is called as analysis. ठीक है भाई, मेरे पास इतना सारा डाटा है, I got all those things, but whether that data is really required for the purpose or not, that you are trying analyze. Once these things are done, you can sort the things out. The sorting means here you sort the particular things which are good in one way and the things which are not good in other way. Not good means not relevant to your subject. You are simply putting them aside. And when you get all these sorted, analyzed and data which are given with some thought, you come up with a good design. Once this good design, a blueprint come to you, you can materialize it. So you can either create a proper process or you can create a proper product. That is what you call say produce. ठीक है, सब everything is done, your process is ready or your product is ready, but if you won't publish it, what is publishing? Publishing is marketing. If you won't market it, if you won't publish it, whatever innovation or whatever invention you have done is of no use, because if the world don't know, okay, nobody knows. So that's why you have to market it. That is the ninth and last step. So innovation process is very easy, or invention process. You have to observe the things, you have to question the things, you have to think on your questions, you have to analyze the gathered answer, you have to sort the answers relevant and irrelevant. Then from the relevant answers you have to come up with a design. Once you get the design, you have to materialize it. Once you get this materialization of your design, you have to produce either process or product from that particular design. Once all these things are done, you have to come up with the marketing strategy so that the world can know that there is something which is innovative and can make its life easy, so that they can come to you and buy from you. Now those three dots are following it. So the first required courage. This is agility principle. What say? Courage is what? Courage म्हणजे आपण ज्याला साहस किंवा धाडस म्हणतो, त्याचा अर्थ समोरून एखादा वाघ येत आणि त्याच्या समोर जाऊन उभं राहिलं, इट इज त्याला साहस किंवा धाडस नाही म्हणत, त्याला तद्दन मूर्खपणा म्हणतात. इट इज अ सिंपल फुलिशनेस. सो व्हॉट इज करेज? Courage is something when you know something is right and you are doing it. That is courage. म्हणजे आता सकाळी उठणं हे बरोबर आहे हे आपल्याला माहिती आहे, आणि जर तुम्ही ते रोज करताय नित्यनेमानं, तर त्याला तुम्ही साहस म्हणू शकता. कारण रोज सकाळी उठणं, रोज आपल्याला ते मनाला पटो न पटो, म्हणजे समजा जर उद्या 4 दिवसानंतर परीक्षा आहे आणि अभ्यास करायचा असेल तर रोज 2 तास अभ्यास करणं, you require tremendous courage for that. That is courage. So you require courage first. After courage you require discipline. Discipline is something that is you are doing those things irrespective of all other. आप एक priority दे दें उसको. So you require to follow anything, you require these two. First courage, second is discipline, and third is teamwork. You know, single person cannot achieve anything, or single person never achieved anything. Abhi, right now just consider the example of you. Okay, you born, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your neighbors, your what you say, relatives, your friends, your enemies, they all contributed in your growth. Whatever that right now your status is, it's just not because of you, but it is the contribution of the entire society. Just not your mother, just not your father, just not your brother, sister, teacher or something. Everybody contributed something. ओके किसी ने आपको थप्पड़ मारा होगा तब आपको गुस्सा आया, मगर आपके अंदर ताकत नहीं थी, तो आपने सोचा कि उसको थप्पड़ मारने के लिए मुझे मजबूत बनना है, तो आपने एक्सरसाइज करनी शुरू कर दी. किसी ने आपको कुछ और कर दिया, या सो समथिंग, समवन रिजेक्टेड यू, तो आपने सोचा you have to do something good and likewise. So all those things are there, and so it is a teamwork. So teamwork doesn't mean that the person need to be in your team. टीमवर्क है. टीमवर्क का मतलब ये नहीं होता की राधा समजा तुम्ही तुमच्या कॉलेजमध्ये आहे, इंदापूर कॉलेजमध्ये, आणि तुम्ही तिथे एखादा प्रोजेक्ट करत आहात. तुम्हाला वाटेल की तुमचे 4 मुलं जे प्रोजेक्ट ग्रुपमध्ये काम करतात ते आणि तुमचे प्रोजेक्ट गाईड झाली टीम. दिस इज जस्ट नॉट अ टीम. तुमचं पूर्ण डिपार्टमेंट इन्व्हॉल्व आहे, तुमचं पूर्ण कॉलेज इन्व्हॉल्व आहे, तुमची पूर्ण युनिव्हर्सिटी इन्व्हॉल्व आहे, आणि युनिव्हर्सिटी आपल्या स्टेटमध्ये आली, स्टेट इन्व्हॉल्व आहे, स्टेट म्हणजे आपलं नेशन इंडिया इन्व्हॉल्व आहे, आणि इंडिया म्हणजे वर्ल्ड इन्व्हॉल्व आहे. सो वॉट एव्हर वी आर डुईंग इज अ टीम वर्क. Anything we do, if it affect adversely to the surroundings or something, then you can say there is something bad happening. So when we say these things, innovation, we have to go for this. If something is right, doing it is courage. Okay, discipline, doing it even after disliking it is discipline. तुम्हाला बिलकुल आवडत नाही ते, पण ते बरोबर आहे म्हणून तुम्ही करताय, आणि ते तुम्ही करताय जरी तुम्हाला ते आवडत नाही. दॅट इज डिसिप्लिन. अँड थर्ड इज टीमवर्क. these are the 3 dots. We all sometime miss these dots, and so following become quite difficult in many ways. But if you really want to go with the innovation process and something, and if you are in the team there, IIC, you can go for this, and you can see that courage, discipline and teamwork, CDT. Okay, and this is my last slide to say. If you have any questions, queries, you can ask. If you like my session, I'm really thankful to it. If you won't like it, I will really like the comment why you won't like, so that I can better myself. And I once again invite you to subscribe my YouTube channel TutorASRumale, so you will get many other informations for there also. And I'm really thankful for listening me so carefully. And if you have any questions, queries, now you can throw them or you can ask them. I'm stopping the sharing. Session is open for question and answers.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, please ask questions if you have any. You can directly ask, or you can put your questions in a chat box.
Okay, I will like to have a word from you regarding my session. If you don't have any questions, whether you like it or dislike it, and why you like it or why you dislike it. All that.
Yes, sir. We are taking feedback from them, sir. Please, we are sharing feedback link in official group also. So please give your valuable feedback to us. and in chat box also.
Okay. I think they won't have any questions, or they just shy away from asking the questions. I don't shy away from asking the questions. Not asking question is not our culture. Our culture is regarding asking the questions. Just go through the Bhagavad Gita, and you'll find Arjun was asking too many questions to Sri Krishna. You go through the things. Thank you, madam, for saying this informative. Okay, all everywhere, even if you go through the science and technology journals, you'll find the scientists are asking the questions, and there are questions which are silly but no answer, which is silly. Okay, sometimes questions may be silly but answers are never. And there are no sorry I'm sorry, answers may be silly but questions are never. Okay, होता है कभी कभी कि हम जो क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं वो जो होता है वो आगे वाले को समझ में नहीं आता, तो ही जस्ट ट्राई टू गिव सम आंसर which is not satisfying you. So your question is something which is very important. Okay, my thing is from my side. I can say that keep questioning, do innovations, do inventions, and keep publishing. So with your information, shall we stop here, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Just a minute, sir.
Okay.
There is a vote of thanks session, sir. Uh, Thank you, sir, for such informative and nice and knowledgeable lecture, sir. Now, I would like to hand over the vote of thanks session to our TPO Kamle, sir. Sir, please.
Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. It's my great privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this valedictory session of Faculty Development Program in association with IQACSL on research publication and process of innovation development. First of all, my sincere thanks to our honorable management team for their kind guidance and support for this faculty development program. I thank respected Mr. Devkar sir, Chief Administrator, who is our motivating pillar. I would like to forward my sincere gratitude to our principal, Dr. S. Shirkandi sir, for his constant support and encouragement to make this event a remarkable one. I would like to express my deep sense of appreciation and my sincere gratitude to all the speakers from day one, which helped to make this FDP successful. Dr. N.P. Sable sir, Mr. U.D. Butkar sir, and today's session speaker, Dr. A.S. Rumale sir. The knowledge shared by these eminent speakers is awesome and really appreciating one in the field of research, publication, and patent. My big thanks to all the HODs, deans, and all the teaching staff members for their patient listening. My special thanks to our FDP coordinator, Ms. Changan ma'am, and all the committee members for arranging this valuable and informative FDP to make this event memorable one. Thank you once again. Thanks a lot. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So shall I lift me there?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.